Before we get to the turmoil, the tariffs, the wealth effect, I want to talk about that orange Bentayga next to you. Is that the new Bentayga Speed? And what kind of demand do you expect?
Yes, exactly. That's the Bentayga Speed. So good morning from Monterey. That's our latest version of the Bentayga, an ICE-only engine, 650 horses. Showed it just a couple of weeks ago in Montana. Very, very good feedback from media so far. Customers too early, they will get in the car beginning of next year, end of this year, maybe the first. But we see it's a car that really is asked for by the markets.
We've seen, the markets are on fire, right? If you look at equities, if you look at Bitcoin, the wealth effect must be strong, and the pull forward effect has been great as well. What kind of demand are you seeing from customers?
Well, it's different in different parts of the world. US is kind of stabilizing, I would say. It's too early to really judge it because it's always long term. You have seasonality inside. You have, depending for sure, also on what you offer in cars. Bentayga Speed will definitely give a momentum on the sales, what we expect. New Continental coming now. With the high power, not the ultra high power version, and this is very, very well received in the market. So we expect by shipping the cars in the third quarter also another momentum for our sales figures.
For the most part, Bentleys can only be produced in crew, right? If you're buying a Bentley, you're basically buying a piece of that factory, that craftsmanship, those artisans is what you're paying the premium for. So there's no way you can really move production anywhere else, is there?
No, and it's also, for sure, it's not intended, because part of the excitement is you have a British car, and the British car has to come from the UK. It's like a Swiss watch. Very, very clear. And but with the agreement between UK and US, I feel we are in a very good position. We have approximately 7.5% higher tariff than it was before. So we don't expect that has a big impact on our business. In the business in general, it's more the uncertainty, I would say, because also we did not raise any prices so far. Nothing is adjusted. So we expect just business going on.
So exactly. The UK has a special deal with the US on auto exports, a flat 10% tariff. It used to be 2.5%. You haven't raised prices, you say. Have you been able to take some price from your suppliers? Have you been able to get some padding there?
No, at the moment it's all too early, because we have carefully really watched the markets, what's happening there, what's happening on the pricing side. Supply is then different, but no, we did not take any action there.
I'm curious, Frank, if customers are waiting for new generations of cars that come from you. You have, personally a great history out of Germany, out of Stuttgart, and there's pretty high expectations for what you can do with this brand. A lot of the vehicles you're selling are fantastic cars, obviously, really works of art and engineering masterpieces. But do you see anybody waiting for the first Walliser cars to come out of Bentley?
If you want to call it like that, yes, people are already asking and waiting for it, and I have to ask for a little bit of more patience, but it's on the way. The first car will come, and we're already talking with customers, not with media, but with customers. We are talking about some ideas we have and projects we have started, and there's a lot of excitement, I can tell you. Very, very positive feedback.
I know you're there with my good friend Hannah Elliott. She's my co-host on our podcast, Bloomberg Hot Pursuit. And she and I recently went to Le Mans. It was exciting, and a lot more manufacturers are getting involved, not just in world endurance car racing, but in motorsport in general. It's become really important, I think, to the car buying public, especially at the level where you're playing. Does Bentley have any aspirations to get involved, to get back into, especially the Le Mans series? Is I think of Bentley when I think of that series.
Well, Bentley has in general a very wide and very long history, especially with Le Mans. more than 100 years involved there. Many famous victories back in the 20s, but then also the famous victory in 2003 when the brand was kind of relaunched and got more established by itself, split with the siblings. So there's a rich heritage, and for sure Motorsport always played an important role in it. And as you say, more and more car manufacturers are entering, and Motorsport is a very important part also of the brand image of a company, and that fits for sure also to Bentley. On the other hand, we have to make business decisions. It's all about also timing, to get the right timing to enter motorsport, because it's also clear if you have 15 brands going to Le Mans and you are number 16, you share everything with 15 others. So when is the right timing, when is the right technology, and also you need serious money to race in Le Mans. And this equation has to be solved, and then we will see. We have no plans for the moment, but it's not that we say no, we would never talk on something like that.